Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and today we're going to do some more tiered trays. And this time I decided to use my Hobby Lobby tiered tray. My tray with the same size circles on it. I've had this forever. Hobby Lobby still carries it. I've seen it, the wood is changed different tones over the years, but they do still carry it. And this was my first ever tiered tray. So I have 3 4th of July Patriotic trays for you. One tray I designed a few years ago, but never got to share it with you. I had designed it for kind of like a Goodwill challenge tray, and then they never had their like Goodwill challenge videos. So I'm bringing that one to you now because I just love that tray and it was one of my favorites to design. And then I created 2 more just for you guys this time. I have some thrifted pieces, some pieces from my stash, and then a couple of new pieces. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, first we're gonna start with my baseball tray. And if you don't know, we are big Cub fans around here. So I will share with you what was thrifted on here as we go. I remember starting with my pinch and dash bowls, which I do believe I propped them up a little bit just using a wood square. And I thought it was funny because it's like pinch and dash, you know, dash you can kind of run, and I always think a pinch hitter. I think it's called the designated hitter now. And then up in those bowls, I just popped a baseball, and I did thrift this baseball at the Goodwill. I almost got another baseball on our anniversary trip because the Nook was right across the street from a baseball field, but I threw it back over. I seen a bunch out in the field, so I threw that back over. One of my Cubs things from our trip to Chicago was we got ice cream in here at the ballpark, so I thought that would just look cute sitting up here next to the pinch and dash. This is just from Threshold forever ago. I think they had it for Valentine's, and I just kind of use it whenever I want to use red. I think this looks like a golf ball, but it's white, round shape. We can pretend it's baseball-y themed. So that's what I had on the top. And then I also put this milk bottle up there. You always think of the fair and you got to hit down the milk bottles with the baseball. So I popped that up there. And then for down on the bottom, I really wanted to use this Scrabble game I picked up. I've been looking for it, and right before that I had just found it. But I couldn't spell like baseball or Chicago or Cubs. So I went with Wrigley because that's the field. Because I don't think there's barely any C's in my like thing that I got, so I'm pretty sure it was just kind of a, you know, people had lost a bunch of it. But if you ever want to do something like this, that's a good place to look, is the thrift store. Also, I've seen these letters at Dollar General in a pack that are pretty cool looking, and they look pretty similar to this if you just wanted to get the letters and didn't need the little holders. And then down on the bottom, I just filled in with this little and a milk pitcher, and then I put my navy lantern in the back. I have a little tin can here, and the reason I want that is because I had found a big swag of ivy, and if you don't know anything about the Cubs, their field has a really big wall of ivy in the back, and it is finally grown in. So I am just going to fill this tin with some of these ivy sprig. Let's see how this looks up here. Put my L back on. Okay, so then I'm going to fill in up the top a little bit here with ivy also. And the ivy swag was thrifted. I actually saw it at the thrift store and went all the way back because I didn't get it. And I was like kicking myself, and luckily it was the same day, so they still had it. And then I also just want to add in a couple little flowers up here on the top just to fill that in a little bit. I am going to add in one more red flower here just to kind of round out my floral theme. And as I talked about in my Target tiered tray video, I like to use flowers in the summer, which translates to using them in the 4th of July. So here's my little favorite Cubs tiered tray, my little baseball tiered tray. And I just love how it came out. I made this tray when I was still putting my stand over on my bookcase. Now it's over on my end table, but it still would fit nicely on my end table. And I just love how it turned out. For this next tray, I really wanted to use my God Bless America Home Sweet Home sign. And this is a Shopko find way back when we had a Shopko. And so I just started with that up there. And then I switched gears to the bottom. And I really wanted to use this like ceramic flower basket that I have. And I decided to stick these white flowers in it from Hobby Lobby. And I decided to put that right there. And then for some reason, I also really wanted to use my red and white mushrooms. I just wanted this to be kind of like a fun, whimsical little tray, but then still have, you know, the patriotic theme. So to fill in the back, I just used my red mason jar from Hobby Lobby. And those you can find at Valentine's. And then I also use just this little basket or bucket that I've been using lately for another piece of filler. So then up on the top, I decided it would be fun to use this navy succulent that I have and kind of set that right there. And I did decide to put the stand behind the handle rather than in front, because then that gave me a little bit more room in front to kind of fill in with my decor here. And then I also decided to use my Pennsylvania little thrifted mug. It says Pennsylvania was the second state, admitted December 12, 1787. And then I decided to pop just a red flower in it. Flowers are all from Hobby Lobby. And then, like I did in my Target tiered trays, I have these wooden spools, and some of them have like Liberty on it and just fun like little red and white symbols. So I randomly, strategically placed them here on my tray. And there's my home sweet home sign. There's my home sweet home tray. I love how it turned out. I love how it's just kind of whimsical with the mushrooms and the flowers and the succulent. Isn't that kind of how we kind of want to be sometimes in the summer and just have fun with ourselves and not take ourselves too seriously? So for the third and final tray, I had two main pieces. I had this I Pledge Allegiance flag, and this is just by Pretty Sweet Designs off of Etsy, and this is just another one of those like vinyl pieces that's put on the wood and then framed out. And then also I wanted to use my new USA Ray Dunn mug. This one does have the little camper on the back, which I think is super cute, and then it's blue inside, but I kind of wish it just had the USA no camper, but it is what it is. And then when I was originally doing this tray, I was like, I should pull out my navy napkins to kind of add a little extra texture to it, which I didn't. So I am going to try to pull in a navy napkin here on the bottom. So we'll see how that works. I might regret it and end up taking it out, but we are going to try that here to start. I've gotten all my napkins off of Etsy. I know that Hobby Lobby has a bunch of different ones and things like that. So you could just potentially use a piece of fabric too would be probably sufficient. So I think we're gonna leave it like that. And then I had put my USA cup right here. And then next to that, I decided I would like my little blue star. And this is just another Etsy shop. And then to fill up in the back, I just took the rest of my red plaid hearts and put them in one of my wire baskets just for some filler in the back. So there's my bottom. And then once again on the top, I put the sign behind the handle just to give me a little bit more space. I'm just going to use one napkin on the bottom. And then on the top, I also kept it really simple. I just took one of my clear bud vases and I put in a navy and a white flower. I'm just going to set that over here by the sign. And then I just picked this up at Hobby Lobby. I'm so excited I got it. I didn't know if I would like it, but after I used my carrot one for Easter time, I knew I would just really like it. So I'm glad I picked it up. And I am just going to drape that over there. I think I'm going to switch my top around because the way I put this over on this side, I kind of want this draping down, and then I have the words, and then the words kind of diagonal. I think I like that better even from my picture. I feel like it's a little bare on the top right there. Looking from the front of it, it looks really good. But I don't want to add like too much up there and then it looks, you know, just cluttered and stupid. Maybe if can I twirl my, like figure eight them kind of? Oh yeah, I like that a little better. Fills it up a little more. I mean, it kind of has a weird like bend in it. I think that fills it up a little more without adding a bunch of clutter. Yes, I definitely like it this way better. I like the addition of this. I could have kept it not so long, but it doesn't look too bad. Could have shortened it up a little bit, but that's not too bad. You could have totally left this off too. I think it would have looked fine. I did think it looked fine, but wanted to add a little more texture with that. So there's my final USA tray. Well, there is my 3 Patriotic tier trays for you. I hope you enjoyed. It's so fun to decorate that Hobby Lobby tray. I've had it for so long and I still just enjoy decorating it every time I pull it out. I haven't shared a lot on that tray with you recently just because it's usually sitting on my end table being used, so I just use the ones I'm not using. So I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.